Riley, how was camp?
It's the apocalypse!
It was good.
Hello guys, today we're going to review the movie Inside Out 2 from Pixar. But before we continue, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when new content comes out. One of the most satisfying things in cinema is seeing a franchise grow up. Seeing sequels build up on what worked in the previous films and add new elements to the mix. Often, creators fail to find a perfect balance in preserving what the audience loved and expanding the franchise organically. With Pixar's Inside Out 2, happily the creators were able to succeed with coming up with a sequel that is just as satisfying or even better than the original. Well, I'll just say it, for me, this was a much better movie compared to the first. The first movie was full of forced schmaltz, with the creator seemingly right in front of me begging me to cry. I only ended up getting irritated, especially with the character of Sadness who deserved to be bashed in the head. The sequel is a more mature and insightful portrayal of identity and the challenges of developing one. The sequel sees Riley, from the first movie, developing anxiety as she tries to fit in with the new crowd as she joins a hockey camp and leave behind her new friends. What was once a simple set of emotions years before is now complicated by the arrival of new ones, like envy, ennui, embarrassment, and the aforementioned anxiety. And as someone who is pretty much familiar with anxiety, I would have to say that the way anxiety was portrayed was very accurate. I could so relate to the perspective of the character since I have been guilty of the exact same things the character did in the movie. The other new emotions, while also accurate, did not get the same time under the spotlight, which might also be a good thing since we all know how anxiety tends to overshadow everything. One of the greatest strengths of Pixar is its ability to concretize complex ideas into moments that are perfectly relatable and understandable to everyone. And we see that in full display here. This is Pixar from its Toy Story 3 and Ratatouille peak. We see characters and situations that fully embody whatever message they were trying to put across. And with how the conflict was resolved, it was something I could describe as astute and something that would make Buddhists very happy. Visually speaking, the movie is very lush with a color palette that reminds me of a candy store. I enjoyed looking at the mindscape of Riley. And speaking of Riley, I would have to commend the animators of Pixar for being able to provide Riley with a very expressive face. They were able to capture every nuance of each emotion in the face of the character. This is a quality release for Pixar, one that announces that it is back to being the Pixar we all love. It treats the subjects of growing up and identity with respect, maturity, and intelligence. Truly high-value family entertainment. I'm expecting this to be on constant replay during family movie nights. So that's the review for Inside Out 2. This has been Kulas for Tambe Reviews. Thank you for watching. Keep on playing.